All right, what's up, y'all? A couple of things real quick. So this morning, I had like those like half nylon, half cotton, like some Adidas socks, right? So I walk into the bathroom and I slip on the linoleum floor, and as I go down, this door handle, which is like this little L, man, it hits me in like 5 or 6 different places. I felt like it was like the equivalent of basically getting whooped real quick. I'm serious. Like, there's a mark on my face right here. There's one on my head. There's another one up kind of in my hair. Then there's one right here on my face, right? Then there's one somewhere up here. And then even worse, the first place it got me was right there. Like, look at how suspect that looks, okay? So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna try and even explain this to my wife? Like, forensically, there's no way all these could have came from that, man. But they did. And I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, do I not say anything? Do I wait for her to notice? It just really looks like I got into a fight with a bitch like all day, man. You would never, I mean, man, dude, it's hard to almost, I mean, come on, like damn. So anyway, so that's why my face looks scratched up. And it looks like I got into a domestic or something. So we'll move past that. If anybody noticed that, I look like I got my ass kicked, basically. Okay, I kind of did by the door handle. All right, so okay, all right, go ahead and look this shit out, man. When y'all see how big it is, you're gonna say, no way, that couldn't have did that to you. No way. But it did. The mark on my chest matches the door handle, though. The other ones, they could be from some any shit, but the mark on my chest, though, does match the door handle, and I'll be able to prove my case with that. So I'm going to get into some real, and see, so some shit like this happens, and you're like, damn, I'm not making no videos for a day, 2 days, 3 days. You see what I'm saying, man? So making these videos, you guys, like I said, it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time out of your life. And yeah, I was gonna show y'all that. It's like a Mexican store. It's like apples, peaches. My wife brings it from work. It's like granola and all kinds of fruit. Strawberries, apples, pineapple, peach, mango, all cut up. It's actually pretty bomb. Never knew these existed. So you start bringing them. So we're gonna get into this guy named Juan. All right, this is the East St. Paul war story from the 90s, man. Man, we're gonna get into Juan, man, aka the real Mexican. Okay? And this story's fucking bugged the fuck out. Alright, so I live in East St. Paul. It's like the late 90s, like almost like 99, right? So I live in St. Paul. I got some gangster stories from St. Paul, man. I got some. I hate the place, but I got some. So I'm in St. Paul, and the time that I've been there, I've built up relationships with people that I normally wouldn't. Mind you, I'm from Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, North Minneapolis area. So, and all the surrounding suburbs around there. So I'm in St. Paul, which is somewhat out of my area, and I'm about to move back to a place where nobody's really, you know, that where people don't really cross paths like that. So, like an asshole. I I'm like, I'm robbing the neighborhood. So, and mind you, the crowd is like Hondurans, Mexicans, El Salvadorians, shit like that. Kind of out of my element a little bit. But you know the kind of things that they have that we want. So I was forced to do business with them. Out of all these motherfuckers that I met, there was one that I really liked. One that I really liked, man. We was at the car wash one day, and we were at the car wash, and I seen a white Lincoln Mark 8, like a 90, when they made that newer body style in like 96 or 97. And in the back window, there was a sticker. There was a sticker of Scarface sitting at like the table, but it was like a silhouette type sticker. Dope. I never seen it since. Dopest sticker I've ever seen on the back of anybody's window ever. You know how, especially, Mexicans in their culture, you really like to put the stickers on the back window. And it was on a Lincoln Mark 8. But it fit the car because it was like pearl white, like on some 22s, which that car has air suspension. So you gotta either change the suspension out to coils or else you really might damage your air ride. But, so that's what kind of stuck out to me. It's like, damn, homie's really doing it. So, this motherfucker's got Scarface. Silhouette, Scarface, sitting at the table on the back of his fucking window. Okay? So mind you, I was telling you all the story of one of the things that had a huge impression on me, and that was the first time I ever seen the movie Scarface. Now, so I'm like, I'm impressed. Fuck it, I'm impressed. So I'm like, damn, what's up, homie? We get chopping up, whatever. Back in these days, you could actually talk to people about things, and you weren't totally out of your mind putting yourself in a situation where you're going to get your head knocked off or get a 220 months. Okay, so we just got to talking like I would never engage in anything like this. Now that's why I'm talking to you guys about this and explaining to you how all this shit works and how dangerous this shit goes. Because listen to this fucking story. Starting off real fucking great, ain't it? Real fucking great. Listen how it goes. So me and Juan link up. We do what we do. Politic for about maybe 6 months to a year. And then one day, I get kicked out of the neighborhood because doing some gangster shit. Probably my lowrider or something like they used to. Man, we'll get into all, there's so many details. But look, so I end up getting kicked out of the neighborhood. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get kicked out of the hood. Over there on Magnolia. It's like right off of Magnolia. If anybody's from this area, you'll know. Right off of Magnolia, where it's like a U, and it's like one way in, and then there's one way in, and then there's one way out. It's like one big U. I lived like at the bottom of the U. Okay, so real active area, especially at the time. I don't know what it's doing now. Mix of black and Mexican. And they were static from time to time. I'm gonna tell y'all some stories when I get into them. But this isn't what this is about. This isn't racial. Okay, so Juan, I built up a trust with Juan, and I like Juan. He's fucking cool. But one day, like a fucking asshole, I've moved out of the neighborhood, and nobody knows that I've really moved. The Hondurans knew I moved, but they still got their demonstration too, but that's a whole nother story, okay? So, they really bothered. I didn't like the Hondurans. It wasn't because they were from Honduras, it was just because of the way that the particular individuals that I knew operated. I didn't like them, but it wasn't because they were from Honduras. Unless that's how everybody from Honduras acts and that's how they roll, but I don't feel like that. I feel like it was individual type thing. Okay? So, it's kind of cocky, arrogant, predatorish, a little bit predatorish, you know what I'm saying, when it came to women, a little bit, I felt like, at least these two individuals, or these 3-4 individuals, They were like family members. So they're not part of the story either. They're just that part of the story. So I move out of the neighborhood and I'm like, yeah, Juan don't got a clue. Got all thirsty for whatever reason. You know, one of the homies might have, you know, been in, needed aid. And I'm like, you know what? I probably wasn't that good off myself. I don't know, you know. So, but I didn't need to do this. It wasn't a need thing. It wasn't something I needed to do. So, Juan, I calls him up. He doesn't suspect nothing. He don't even know. Damn, does he know? Does he have any fucking clue? It wouldn't have mattered whether it might have mattered a little bit to him. It mattered more to the Hondurans that I moved, okay? But they'll come into play later, but probably not in this story. They were tripping, like, but Juan, I don't even know if he even knew. But even if he did know, I don't think he would have went out like a bitch and acted funny, because we had built up such a good relationship and I was about to break his trust so fucking hard, man. So, over something that wasn't even worth more than the value of this thing on my wrist. It wasn't worth more. What was at stake was around maybe the value of that. Okay, so dude ends up, I hit him up, what's up, you know what I'm saying, same old, same old. He comes, jumps in the car unknowingly. Now, me and another individual, who I'm never gonna speak on, okay? Me and another individual hatched this plot. And while hatching this plot, we were like, well, we got a child safety lock the doors so he doesn't jump out, and we have him locked in the back of the car, damn near like how a squad car door locks, you can't get out, okay? And you only know that once you close it and try to get out. So the mistake that we made that almost got us all killed was not child safety locking the door. We didn't forget to child safety lock the door. What happened is, as we pulled up on the block and I was gonna jump out to lock the child safety lock door, dude seen us and came right to the car and jumped in before I could do anything. He was in the back of the car. I should have pulled up on a different block. That one little fucking mistake, I just assumed that as we pulled up, that, I don't know, man, I just thought we could still child safety lock the doors. We just didn't. He jumped in too fast, man. He had no clue. So he jumps into the trap, but the trap actually ain't even set all the way. Oh, but it's set. It's set. But now he's like made it even worse, where if that trap snaps, it's gonna be a real snap. And it's gonna be a fatal snap. You know? So he done jumped into the trap. He's a good guy. I like him. But I'm just taking him down, man. Just taking him down, man. And that's just how it's going. And it's wrong.